Hello. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's been a long time since I released another or video at all, and more of it's because I've been lazy and kind of just slacking off and procrastinating. And I know it's one of those things where I kind of try to put it off in the beginning of the year, and I want to do a video every day. But there are a lot of things that have popped up. Um, January 1st was a good day. I did 2 miles, pretty good. And the next day, I got really sick, and I was sick for about a couple weeks, and it didn't feel good at all. Oh yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Albert. He got upset at me because I haven't released a video. So thank you for looking out, Albert. And shout outs also to Lily and Alexa if you are watching this, and Chelsea because I know you watch these videos or you put it in the background for background music. But yeah, I got sick, and one of the races that I did do recently was the Franklin Mountain Trail Run in El Paso, Texas, and that was pretty interesting. I think one of the more interesting thing was that I felt pretty good. I'm not saying lack of training, but I have put in training off a lot. I've been doing here and there, walking around and lifting weights and trying to get into the mix of how I used to do it, and I felt pretty good. I was supposed to do a 55K, and it's probably around 32 miles, and I was going good. It was a very interesting trail. Um, I only did 8.2 miles out of that 32, and because I didn't meet the cutoff, and I believe at any race or anything that you do have to follow the rules. And I was pretty upset because I did want to continue, because I know I'm not a fast runner, but I feel like I could have trucked through 32 miles. But I'm not gonna fight with people. If that's the cutoff, that's the cutoff. That's the time I didn't make it. But a little spoiler alert, excuse time. The beginning of the race in the Franklin Mountain Trail Run, it's good to look at the maps and print out maps too. I started off pretty strong, a light jog. I was still in the back. I was following people, and this is where you will, with any run, it's good to look at other people's YouTube videos. I know there's a lot of like high level trail athletes out there. They'll like, oh, pack water and stuff like that. For me, I packed a big pack. I'll probably post a picture of it. Two things of water, the bladder bags inside, and I was pretty good. Had a good mixture. Had all my gels. Had snacks in there. Lily Alexa packed Oreos in there. Packed one of the little babies in there. He's a little pickle, Mr. Pickle. He was in there, and I think he sabotaged me because when I got the beginning of the race, you basically you're switchbacking, and then you get to the top of the mountain, and as soon as you get to the top of the mountain, it's not like a switchback to the top. You hit this part where it's called Aztec Caves. When you get towards Aztec Caves, you kind of crawl up, and you get to the top. When I got to the top, it was a really nice view, and I was deceived a lot because when you drive towards El Paso from where we're driving from, San Antonio, it's flat. It's all flat until you get towards El Paso. Then you get mountains. So I got to the top and I was like, oh, let me pull out my phone because my phone was in my bag. And as soon as I turn my bag around, I see my phone fall out of my bag and it starts rolling down. And it was connected to my headphones. And it rolled all the way back down to the base of the mountain. And the sucky part, which it's a really nice phone. It's a Diablo Immortal edition phone from Asus. As it was falling down, it was playing the Hamster Dance song, and I don't know if you know the Hamster Dance. I'm not gonna attempt to sing it, but it was falling down as that song was going, and to my surprise, it was still playing the music as it was going down. So I made the choice to go after it because I thought it was still working, and especially bouncing off all the rocks. Got down to the bottom, picked up my phone, screen shattered, and still playing music, so that was a plus. So I decided to just climb back up. Yeah, it did take a lot of wind out of me, and a lot of motivation, and I missed cutoff time by 6 minutes. But I did help around. We did set up camp. We did have a little camp out for one day, and that was a lot of fun. And it brings up to a lot of things. When you hit with a lot of negative stuff, you kind of just want to fight, yell, make excuses. I know that sounded like an excuse, but it was something that happened, and it made me kind of realize, that I need better equipment. And it's not saying that better equipment means expensive equipment. It's just that I need to focus on, I got a lot of bags and a lot of packs and a lot of stuff. I can't look through and say, oh, this is probably better for a long run and stuff like that. And I'm slowly learning, because the bag I used for when I was in the SWAT. It doesn't breathe. My back, I was just sweating. I was drinking so much water that I finished both of my bladder bags before I even got to the first loop, which was the 8 mile loop. And so I'm thinking of trying to invest into another bag, or one that actually breathes. So that's with that race. The next one we're coming up to, I don't know. It's coming up before Valentine's Day of this month, February. So I am going to try to make a goal of downloading or recording a video and releasing it every day. It's one of my goals, and stay in shape and trying to keep on going, because I believe that you reach a certain point that you look at yourself and you're like, I got to change. And it's not like a New Year's resolution. It's not like one of those things that is forced upon you, or motivational books and stuff like that. It's just sometimes it's just a little light bulb in your head that's like, oh shoot, I gotta change the way I'm living. So that's one of those things. I do have a race. I don't know if I'm doing the 6 hour. I gotta look at it. It's a timed event, so it's as many loops as you can, many miles as you can clock in. And I think I'm doing that, or the 15 hour. I think it's 15 hour, but I'm gonna look at it again. This whole year is full of races, and I'm going to see how that goes. Me and Chelsea from now on have the same races. September, we do have the 100 mile, which I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I got to wrap up training, push myself more, see where it takes me. Whatever's going on in the world, whatever's going on in your life. Little advice, off topic. The best thing to do is do research and deny everything that you hear until you can confirm it. I have a lot of people that I know, friends, family, who turn to violence, not physical violence, but verbal violence, because of the outlook on life. And I feel like that's what makes a lot of situations bad. So if you are reading anything in the news, or if you're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the best thing to do is try to get a hobby, get outside, put down whatever social media device down, and breathe, because overreacting like that will cause a lot of stress. Overreaction like that will cause a lot of enemies, a lot of people that you have known for years, just because of something silly. And I know a lot of things seem so ramped up right now, but the best thing to do is just calm down. Take a step back and breathe. There's no use to losing that kind of relationship, and if that's what it turns to, just leave it. Let things settle. Every year is different. Every day is different. People come and go. No reason to beat yourself up over that. Another thing too. The race organization I run with, you do meet a lot of people, a lot of amazing people, and one of the things is that you don't know who you really are with or hanging out with. And I did some deep diving about someone. I won't say it. I don't want to say that I was snooping or being nosy, but I kind of did a deep dive on racing and a lot of race places, and I noticed that the person who holds the place I run with, the Human Potential Running Series, it's how people look up to like David Goggins, or they look up to someone on YouTube, and a personality, a celebrity, and who they are from their movies, who they are from what they post and stuff like that. But the thing that surprised me is that when I did the deep dive on him, it wasn't like some FBI background check, but it was like you hear something about them negative from other people, and you like, what the heck? That's not what I see. That's not what I see when I talk to this person. That's not how they act. That's not how their character is. So when you call them out and you say, hey, that's kind of full of shit, you're full of shit because that's not what I see. And where did you hear that? Well, I read it from this, or I heard it from this. So, from stories that he's told on his podcasts and YouTube videos and in person, of what people look at him and think about him, it's not what I see. Not what I actually see when I'm at the race. And I feel like as someone that does the races, you sign up, you pay. Yes, it's the money that you make, but you got to understand is that running or saying that you're a runner or joining these ultra marathons or even any kind of run, the battle's not with you, or the battle's not with other people. The battle's not with the race director. It's not with your neighbor. It's not with people on Facebook. When you start running any distance or walking or whatever, the battle's with yourself to improve yourself and make yourself a better person. And that hit me harder because it's one of those things you realize, and it's what I realized on my run at the Franklin Mountain Trail was that I'm not fighting anybody else besides myself. I could be mad at the world. The world could have shit on me. All these people could say all this bad stuff about you, but it's you. It's up to you to believe it. It's up to you to be like, oh, that's false. And if it does hurt, maybe it's true. Maybe you do have to change something. And part of it, if that's the person that's saying that stuff to you, you probably have to take that person out of your life. If they're not there to motivate you, surround you with people that are there to lift you up, not to make your day bad or worse. So that's all to bring up to the race director that I know. And it's kind of crazy because you're around someone that's so humble. Like his name's John LaCroix. He's one of those people that you can look at in that. And I know a lot of people from my old job that you can go to and be like, oh shoot, this person has my back. You don't have to have that conversation when you go up to them. Hey bro, hey pal. If I was in this situation, would you have my back? And with anybody I work with, I've always felt like that, where I went on a call and I knew they had my back. And same thing with John. I know if I needed help, if I needed anything, I could message him, and I know 100% that he would be like, yeah, I got you. And I've only, I'm probably butchered this. I've probably only known him for a year, but within that year, you see a lot of his character. And he's one of those people that care about the environment. He cares about the people who run with him, and he cares about the people that he calls family or friends. And I think the world needs a lot of that. And I believe that he's a really amazing person. And what I learned about him, he's an amazing runner. He's trailblazed a lot of crap, and he's becoming one of the biggest ultra marathon trail running groups out there. And to hang out with him, he won't tell you that. He won't be like, hey man, get hard, grab the boats. No disrespect on David Goggins. He's a different beast. He's crazy. But with John, it's a lot of respect, and I put him up there with a lot of people I do honestly respect. And he has done a lot for his community. He's done a lot for people, and I know it's a dramatic thing, and I want to make my videos like that more positive. He's one of those people that has changed a lot of lives and humanity for the better. And I feel like if that's what you're up to, it's not an ad. I'm not sponsored by anything. Is that if that's what you're looking for, the best thing to do is run at one of his races. And you could pick the smallest distance, 5K. He does it from 5K all the way to over 100 plus. It's the community that you start getting surrounded. All walks of life, all backgrounds. And, I don't want anything about race in this. It's just that you have all kinds of different people, different levels, different skills. And like the one I did at Franklin Mountain, there was this guy like a cheetah. Dude flew by me, and I was like, holy crap. But at the end, he was humbled. He was really nice to talk to. And I feel like that's what the world needs. I believe that a lot of people need to be surrounded by positive action like that. So I'm going to continue making videos. I'm going to try really hard to make everyday videos. so I can get out what I'm doing. And this isn't like a vlog about my life. A lot of it is just to get things off my mind, and a lot of to do with running. Because, like I said, John, I've seen how many runs he's done. He's been doing it for a long time. He's been doing it since I was in high school, when I was a no nonsense baloney, nose picking person, and 100-mile races every year. And like, I haven't even done 100 miles, and I'm like scared to build up to that, and always like second guessing myself. But you're around someone that believes in you, and it gives you enough motivation to keep going. So that's where I'm at right now. Sorry for not making videos. Sorry not for keeping you update if you care. But that's where I'm at right now. Any questions or concerns, anything that you want me to do, anything you want me to video, if you got this far, thank you for watching. I'm going to try to add other things to these videos, pictures, videos, commentary. I'm still working how to do things. This is a different phone. My other one's shattered. Got to get it fixed, and I don't know if I will get it fixed because it costs a lot. The screens are expensive. So yeah. Questions, comments, concerns, leave it down there. I would like to hear from you guys. And also, be safe, stay hydrated, drink water, take vitamins. I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving you advice, but if it helps a little bit, why not try it? Get out there, run, walk, ski. It's still snowing out there. I don't know what the groundhog is going to say tomorrow. Hopefully it stays cold. I love the cold. Yeah, I overheat easily, so also, I don't know if you see my shirt, but I designed this shirt. It has the Navajo Nation flag, has the Navajo Nation seal, has the American flag on this side, and the back has it says Navajo as like a tribal design on the round. And at the bottom it says, "Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face." This is by Mike Tyson, and I believe that's anything with you do. You can plan a lot of things, but until you get hit in the face with reality, sometimes you don't really know what to do. So, I'm still thinking. But hope you guys have a nice day. Take care and be safe.